guys catch that? It actually snowed here in Portland. How cool is that? Anyway, stay tuned. I'll tell you all about my past week of training and what's coming up for this week. So it was a really solid week of training that I'm really happy about, but there is a little bit of cause for concern, and I'll get to that at the end of this video. So before I go any further, just wanted to let you guys know, if you like this video, please go ahead and hit the like button. It really helps the channel. And if you really like this series, go ahead, click subscribe and that little bell next to it. You'll be instantly notified every time I upload a new video, so you can follow me all the way through this training cycle. So for those of you who've been following the channel, you know my routine is fairly consistent. 4 easy days a week, 2 speed days a week, and 1 long run. Well, this week, for the first time in over a month, I missed a day. It was just had to do with work and life, nothing big, but actually the day off I think helped me a little bit. Okay, so without any further ado, let's get right into it and see what I did last week. So on Tuesday was my Vo2Max workout, and that workout was 18 by 1 minute at about 5:45 per mile pace or 3:34 per kilometer pace with a 30-second jog in between. Now this is roughly my 5K pace. So basically I was running 18 minutes at my 5K pace with of course 30 seconds in between each minute. So pretty tough workout. And also at the end of the workout, I had 10 by hill repeats where I ran hard up a hill for 20 seconds and jogged back down. Now, as you can see in the video, it actually was snowing during my training and the snow started to accumulate. And when you're wearing kind of tempo shoes or racing flats in the snow, it's no go. I felt like Fred Flintstone, you know, when he's running it in place trying to get his car started. That's pretty much how my day went. So after the first 4 or so intervals, the traction got really bad and my times really started slipping. So the first 4 or 5, I was basically right on pace, but then I started running the rest way too slow, about 6 minutes to 6:10 per mile, or about 3:44 to 3:50 per kilometer, which is pretty close to my 10K pace, but it was the best I can do under the circumstances. And then when I got to the hill repeats, that was even more ridiculous. That was really treacherous running, but I had a great time. Now on Friday was my CV workout, and that was 8 by 1 kilometer at basically my 8K pace, which is 5:51 to 5:59 per mile, or in terms of kilometers, 3:38 to 3:43. And then only a 200 meter jog in between, no stopping. Now I nailed all of them. You can see the ones in dark green, actually I was a little bit too fast, somewhere around 5:49 a mile or 3:37 a kilometer. And the light green ones are right on pace. So that workout went really well. I would say it was about an 8.5 out of 10 on the effort level. It was hard, but I wasn't hunched over. I felt really confident after that. And even after the last rep, I wasn't that tired. And then of course, after that, I went right into my set of 10 striders, as you can see here. Overall, just a great workout. And then today, my long run of the week, 2 hours and 10 minutes. I wanted to run at marathon pace plus 45 seconds a mile, or about 25 seconds per kilometer over my marathon pace. Now, the first 25% or so of this run was basically downhill, and then 50% of it was flat, and then the last 25% was up a pretty steep hill. So you can see that I basically nailed the first 14 miles. A couple of them were a little bit fast in dark green, but basically nailed the first 14. Mile 15 slowed down a little bit because that mile averaged 2.5% gradient up, which is not that steep, but there were some steep sections to it. And then mile 17 was a 3.4% average gradient up the entire mile. And then the last 0.4 of a mile, or the last 600 meters or so, was up almost 5% gradient, so pretty steep. Now, I did this workout, I felt great really until that last 10 minutes or so, and I got tired, and as I talk to you now, a few hours afterwards, I'm still pretty beat up from that. But I've got a day to recover, and then 2 days from today, I've got my next speed workout. So I think I'll be in good shape for that. So the goals that I had for this week were as follows, and let's see how I did. The Vo2Max workout, I hit, again, a little bit slow, but that was the snow, that's okay. The CV workout, great. Everything was on pace or a little bit fast. And the long run today also hit that too. Now I did do 2 sets of striders during the week. I did 1 set of hill repeats as well, but I totally missed the rehab 0 times. I was supposed to do it twice. I have a hard time doing rehab and strength. It's just not interesting to me. It's something I know I need to do though. And then finally, in terms of miles, I was supposed to run 50 to 60 miles per week. I actually hit that. I ran 58 miles this week, which is 93 kilometers, which is really good considering that I only ran 6 days because I missed 1 day. Okay, so all that said, what do I have in store for next week's training? Well, it's gonna be similar to what I did 2 weeks ago. I will have a threshold run where I'll do 7 by 5 minutes at 6:10 per mile, which is about 350 per kilometer. Now, 2 weeks ago, I did a similar workout, but 8 by 5 minutes, but the pace was slower at 6:20. So I'll be doing a little bit less volume this time, but at a faster pace, 6:10 or 350 a kilometer. And then I've got a tempo run, which I'll probably do on Friday. This is a continuous effort, 7 miles at 6 minutes and 20 seconds per mile. And I did something similar a couple weeks ago, but it was only 6 miles. So here I'm bumping up the volume a little bit. And then for my long run, I've been doing 2 hours and 10 minutes the last 2 weeks. And the upcoming week, I'm gonna bump that up to 2 hours and 15 minutes. And like always, 2 sets of striders, 1 hill repeat, 2 times rehab, which I hope I do this week. I really need to buckle down on that. And then I'm gonna up the miles a little bit. So about 60 to 65 miles for this week. So getting right around the 100 kilometer mark for the week. Now I mentioned at the beginning of this video that there is a little bit of cause for concern for me. The workouts have been going great, but I noticed especially the last about 20 minutes of today's long run, my iliacus, which has been bothering me since November, started to flare up again for the first time in over a month. So I'll watch it. I don't think there's that much I can do about it other than totally take time off, which I'm not willing to do. It's kind of an all or nothing proposition for me now. So I'll see if I can moderate my workouts a little bit. Maybe I will do those rehabs like I'm supposed to, and that will help. But that is the only cause of concern right now, and it could very well rear its ugly head in a couple of weeks. We'll find out together. So that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching. For those of you who are celebrating Chinese New Year this weekend, Happy New Year, and we'll see you all next week. Bye-bye.